So what do they need us for? Why not use the regular army?
'Cause some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Leah, you son of a bitch. What's the matter? CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
$1988. Robowar. Exactly like Predator in every way.
Except the good ways.
Yep.
Directed by Bruno Mattei.
Italian.
Yeah, I don't know how you say it. He directed Strike Commando, which also stars Reb Brown of Space Mutiny fame.
Get it, Reb.
And Captain America fame, I suppose. The
Aw.
1970s.
Reb
really
Brown,
showed
also known for the best caller.
Yeah. The Rebel Yell.
It's a good one. That's a good pun.
I like it.
Yeah. Clever, like. Not a lot happens in this movie, except for when it does.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of walking through the jungle, followed by, or I should say peppered with little bits of hilarity.
Yeah, but the hilarity is enjoyable enough to actually like this movie.
It's top-notch bad. I would say.
It's mid-notch bad.
What happened? You wanted me to get killed back there, didn't you? Just answer the question. A gorilla attacked me.
It's up there for me. in the, like, say the top 50 list of so bad it's good.
Well, we
It's
do
in the
like
20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do like Reb Brown
I
a
love
lot.
Reb Brown.
So that's why we watched this.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of a robot, the thing. Sort of.
Right.
There's a lot of latex. There's a chicken foot on its head.
Yes.
There's the most ridiculous babble coming out of a robot you'll ever hear. It does like robot scatting,
Yes.
which is more annoying than regular scatting.
Maybe.
Really?
I'm not a huge fan of scat.
You don't like that song?
Oh,
Don't you like that song?
I hate that song.
Oh.
It really gets in your head.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like,
be in your
in
head
a
now.
very
It's gonna
bad
be in your
way.
head now. You're welcome. No one will ever watch this. It's fine.
So this movie opens with a couple of helicopter pilots in dismay.
Distraught local theater actors
Yeah.
in a helicopter. The one is hamming it up.
Oh, really? To the nth degree.
They're completely blown. What the hell's going on here? Get diagnosis.
We're not gonna make it.
Mayday! Mayday! Black Eagle to base! Do you read? Over!
Yeah. So I guess the idea here was that they're escaping the robo scat.
Yeah.
The robo scatter.
Ooh.
Robo no. Okay. The robo no.
The Robo no. The Nobo. Bono?
Nope. That's a no.
Sings about as good.
As that thing
Yeah. Scats.
scats.
Bono scat.
We're doing bad.
We're doing really bad.
We're off to a bad start.
So we have the helicopter pilots, and there's like some 2-megapixel RoboVision.
Yeah, sepia stew.
Yeah, CBS2 for sure. Super pixelated. And these are the opening credits. So the robot is attacking these helicopter pilots. We don't really know why.
Sort of. It's like blowing up a town, I think.
Yeah.
It's blowing up the village. A village. We don't know why. We never do, I don't think.
They might have said, there's so much walking through the jungle that when there is exposition...
You're kind of like
Yeah.
too fed up to listen to
Pretty
it.
much.
You just want something else to happen.
Yeah.
That's a problem, but you know. Okay, so helicopter guys, they get blown up eventually. It's just like, okay. Then cut to introducing
Yeah.
this ragtag crew that's gonna go in and get the robo.
Right. They're
robot.
They're being sent in to get the robot. There was a sweet jam. Their theme music, their score.
Yeah, the music is actually kind of enjoyable in this movie. Like, oftentimes inappropriate for what's going on,
Yeah, it was like
but that makes it more enjoyable.
it was like the composer was just looking for the perfect walking through the jungle music, and
they never
it
quite
never
got it.
landed on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, there's like a lot of different try and fail
Yeah.
kind of things going on with that.
So we're introduced to all the characters
Notes.
via a slideshow,
Mm-hmm.
as they do in the 80s movies.
Yeah, Weird Wrinkle Eyes is showing shitty Annie Richter.
Right. And they all have nicknames that I forgot. Apparently that really tall Italian guy is named Corey, which I don't think anybody calls him that
Nope.
at all in the movie.
Nobody says Corey ever
That's just
in this movie.
That's just in the end credits.
Yeah.
The short Italian guy is...
We thought was, what was it?
They say his nickname is...
Diddy Bopper.
Diddy Bopper.
Diddy Bop.
Diddy Bop. Diddy Bop Bop Bop.
Yeah, lots of scatting. Shitty movie.
Yeah. He looks like the cover of Cobra. I don't know if you are familiar with that Sylvester Stallone movie.
I am, but I don't remember the cover.
The VHS cover pretty much has Stallone in like aviator sunglasses. He's holding up a gun,
And it looks like this guy?
and it looks like that guy is trying to look like that. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. This movie's trying a lot of things.
it is.
Trying to be a lot of things and ends up being nothing. Nothing at
that's
all.
true.
Yes.
But it is hilarious.
There's parts, yeah. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable enough. If you are watching it with friends and drinking, you can drink through all the jungle scenes and not care.
Yeah.
And then, the movie will bring you back with its random screaming and
Right.
firing aimlessly
I
into
was
the
just
jungle.
gonna say, thankfully they're loud enough when things actually do happen in the movie.
you can pay attention. You can snap back and pay attention.
Somebody's generally screaming while firing an automatic weapon. So that's your cue to pay attention to the movie.
A little bit. You don't have to pay attention much.
No.
We're kind of in this one for the noises.
Pretty much. Reb's yelling is superb as always.
Yep.
And he puts little flourishes on the L's in this
He
movie.
sure does.
Yo! Yeah.
Yeah. He does a lot of that.
So the last slide is the character Reb Brown is playing, whose name is Murphy Black. Although in the credits he is
Murphy.
he's Murphy.
Murphy.
Murphy Black.
Hey, Murphy.
Murph.
Okay. Intro to crew, badasses or whatever. Introduced. Kind of like let you know a little bit about what I didn't really pay attention a bunch. I was just looking at that guy's weird
didn't-
wrinkly face.
It didn't matter.
I was mesmerized
Yeah.
by the eye wrinkles there. Out of place and strange.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, you get the gist. They gotta go into the jungle and
Right.
blow this, I guess, experiment that's gone horribly awry. First thing, nothing like Predator at all. This thing did not come from a different planet
No.
to hunt anyone. It's just
It's just a cyborg soldier.
a bad experiment.
Yeah.
As is the costume, whoever made that.
As is this movie in general.
Yeah,
A bad experiment.
that's true. Okay, that is the boat scene. Cut from that to the boat scene where the crew is. They're
Yeah.
en route to the island.
Yes. What's happening in this scene?
I don't know. Everyone's kind of a dick, and
Yeah, those two people are like smoking a joint like idiots.
the Italians.
like teenagers would smoke a joint who are trying to be super impressive to people. Somebody drops an F-bomb, which is unfortunate.
Yep. And the one's like playing air guitar on a radio.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing's really happening.
Right. The main takeaway from this scene is that somebody in the last scene had referred to them as professionals. And when you're introduced to them, they are not at all being professional.
I mean, they're probably trying to just kind of go beat for beat with the Predator movie.
This is definitely
This is their en route.
copter scene.
Yeah. So the helicopter, is the boat in this
Right.
instance.
In which they also drop an F-bomb in that scene in Predator.
There you go.
So
There you go.
there you go.
So they get to the dock, and they're all wearing their civvies.
They are indeed.
And Reb Brown's outfit is the most amazing outfit
Yeah.
I have ever seen.
It's
lovely.
They take extra care to make sure that every character has exited the boat already. And then Reb Brown steps out.
Yeah, he kind of has a grand entrance.
Yeah.
His debut in his cute little crop top sailboat.
Yeah. His triple pleated blue pants.
Yeah, which we laugh pretty hard at in general.
Yeah.
Because he's tough. And he's Reb Brown.
Yeah, he's all swole as he tends to be.
Okay. So then, I don't know, they talk in the dock a little bit, and
Right.
I don't know. They don't like shitty Andy Richter. I don't know what that guy's name is. Do you remember what it is?
I have no idea.
Nobody likes him.
He's the Paul Reiser of aliens to their group.
You don't have to like me. You have to work with me. You know what this mission's all about. You're not saying, right?
All right, so they take a raft to some beach from the dock. I don't know. There's a chunk that's missing here. They've all
Yeah.
changed into their,
They're in their mercenary clothes now.
yeah, their mercenary clothes. That's a good way to put it. And they start their mission, which after that comes the first jungle walking scene. The first of, I want to say 12 of them.
Yeah. Just straight up walking through the jungle.
Yeah.
Not accomplishing anything.
Nothing's happening. It's a slow walk. Very slow. It will lull you to sleep.
Yes.
It can at times do that. So nothing happens here.
Yeah.
Someone yells about a ruptured duck. You look like a ruptured duck.
You walk like a ruptured
You walk
duck.
like a ruptured duck?
Yeah, they say that to Papa Duck.
Ah,
Yeah.
so he's bad at walking, I guess.
Right.
Move along, Doc. You walk like a ruptured duck.
Huh? Feel like one.
He's the most out of shape guy on the squad, so
He is.
of course they're gonna make fun of him.
Matt's mad about it. Doesn't like it.
I do not.
Chubby guys can do stuff too. All right. Ruptured duck. Okay, first yell on automatic fire.
Whoever it was, it ain't no more.
Right.
Into the jungle. They think they see something. Quang thinks he sees something, and then the little Italian man goes for it.
Yeah.
And then they find a sizzling skeleton.
Right.
That
And
just
they're like,
has.
you couldn't have done all that, and it's literally just a skeleton.
It's just a skeleton.
And somebody's like,
It's been dead.
it's been dead for days. Can't you-"
Days.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I couldn't done all that. Of course not. Can't you see it's been dead for days?
Yeah, that's how that works. So that's, I guess, their introduction into what they're in for.
Yeah.
What this movie does remind me of, like, when I was a kid, I have an older brother. He used to make these, like, little war movies, like, where they'd play
Yeah.
war of some sort, and they'd all dress up and all that crap. And this is what this reminds me of. Just a bunch of little kids playing war in the jungle.
Definitely.
Like, it's awkward and slow.
Yeah.
Some of them seem to be taking it really seriously. like busted Andy Richter
Yeah.
seems to be taking it really seriously.
Everybody's macho posturing
Oh
quite a bit.
man, yeah. It's super evident. Plus, 1988
Yeah.
also. So that's like a big thing then. It's just silly.
It
like you
is.
watch it and you're like, you look like, I don't know, an
You look like
8-year-old
a
or
fool, yeah.
10-year-old boy to me is what you
Right.
look like right now.
It's like when you see some guy at a bar, like trying to be tough. Mm-hmm. And everybody's just like, dude,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Right.
Sit down. All right. And then I believe they walk a little bit further, and then they have their second automatic fire at the jungle into the tree.
They see a guy high up in the branches.
I have a long list of things that is mostly just so I keep track of the walking scenes in the movie, because otherwise I would get this all out of order because there are so many mundane walking scenes.
Yeah. A good portion of the movie really is walking and spotting something that they can all shout and fire
And
their...
yeah, they yell and then they fire at it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. It's kind of funny. I mean,
It is.
the repetition is funny.
Right.
Because it's just like, Jesus, okay.
They really had nothing to do.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the robot doesn't do much
The
either.
robot kind of like is around for the first act, sort of.
Yeah, it's keeping a close eye on the mercenaries.
But it doesn't do anything
No.
until the second act.
Yeah.
Right on. So,
Right on.
yep. Second automatic fire, jungle. Oh yeah, half-rotted corpse falls from a tree.
Bacon Man.
Bacon
sure.
Man falls from his just, they amble up there and a long climbing scene happens.
Yeah.
They find a gun or something that's like the same prop from before that they had used.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, then more walking happens.
What music are we at? What walking music do you think?
That's great because I actually wrote, there's action music with no action is what I wrote.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's like a montage song almost, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what slap tracks means, but I wrote it down.
Because I said this track slaps.
Oh, yeah! Okay. Still don't really know what that means. Kids these days. All right. More walking, the slow music. Then the nail trap happens.
Oh yeah.
This random, bear trap in the jungle,
Right.
I guess. Gets the one guy.
Whose name I do not recall.
Nope.
It's not Diddy Bop.
No. Or Corey.
Yeah. Is this the scene when Reb does that like let's go gesture with the arm pump?
Yes. Yeah, definitely is. So they're walking some more. Let's see. Then Quang spots one of those. By the way, Quang. Sounds like someone saying Krang with a speech impediment.
Quang.
That's all I can hear.
For the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it's Teenage Mutant
Krang,
Ninja.
yeah.
Krang.
It's like Homestar is
Quang.
Quang.
Witch's boy with Quang. Get you some cold ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Just had to mention that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So Quang sees more burnt corpses, and they kick a bird away from them.
Hilariously, even though they actually kick a bird.
Yeah,
and it's,
normally
it's mean, but
it is mean, and I don't like that sort of thing. But goddamn, it was real random and unexpected.
it was cartoonish. The noise that the bird makes. it's really indignant about it, which it should be.
It should be. I mean, it's an Italian movie in the 80s, so
Yeah.
they're gonna just like do whatever they want. But oh man, it's kind of funny, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. Then they're talking over the skeletons, and then the angry Andy Richter scene when the robot's just sort of putzing around, and the Reb Brown, he's like, say your name every 30 seconds or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like this really weird. I don't know really the point of that.
I don't know why he suddenly is like upset with Reb Brown. Like he
That
wasn't.
guy is just upset the whole time for basically no reason whatsoever.
It's one of the many plot points of this movie that it feels like they like maybe retconned into it. They're like, oh, we should have some backstory here. Like, you know, let's shoehorn this in, because it just felt very sudden. Like his whole character just kind of changed at that moment. You know.
Andy Richter.
Yeah. The shitty Andy. Like
He was like shitty the whole time, but then he just kind of got really, really, really angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, you know.
He was like a teenager all of a sudden, because he's like, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
it
weird.
was weird.
I mean, you already dislike the character anyway, and then you just keep disliking him more and more. But it doesn't even matter, because you don't care that much.
Right.
Okay, so they have that fight, that weird fight. They split up. Reb's going to look for whatever he thought he saw.
Mm-hmm.
And then Andy Richter's standing there, and he's all like, "Huh." And then some knife comes whizzing by and like embeds itself completely into a tree. which Reb sees, and he touches it, and he's like, it's super hot.
It's so hot.
What the hell? Take a man with a sledgehammer to do that. Damn, that's hot.
It's just really weird, random thing. I
Yeah.
guess this robot can heat knives and throw them really hard.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why it was hot, but
I guess maybe from going into the tree, the friction of going into the tree caused the knife to get very
Yeah.
hot. It seems like a really meticulous thing to care about when the rest of this movie has none of that, but this one little scene did. It's like somebody had this idea and they wanted it in there.
yeah. Well, it was a cheap idea. I mean, it didn't really cost them any extra money, so.
They just hammered a knife into a tree,
Right.
basically. Then they find the bridge. And then Quang has that feeling that he's like, wait, I feel a vibration.
Oh, yeah. Somebody even says Quang feels vibrations.
Vibration. Someone there. I don't see anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quang.
Quang. So there was a bunch of yuppies being chased down the road by
They're not yuppies.
gorillas.
They're just wearing some khaki clothes.
Yeah, it's a bunch of white people in khakis, you know.
Okay.
Bunch of Scientologists.
What? Yeah, that's what. Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
They're not.
I mean, obviously, you know right away that they're like volunteers of some sort because
they're like
you know,
medical
they're
people
they're
or
in a
something
jungle.
like that. Most of them get killed.
Yeah,
the woman
gorillas
doesn't.
kill everybody except the woman.
Yes.
But then they have that cutscene where all the gorillas look left, and Reb Brown and his team are just standing there at the side of the road.
Yeah, like waiting. They're like just in their tough stances.
Yeah.
And that one like whips an umbrella leaf off his.
Like he was
or
hiding.
a banana leaf off
Yeah.
his. What's an umbrella leaf? A banana leaf off his gun.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I don't.
Right.
Why was he hiding that? Like,
Why? Yeah, I mean,
was that like his sneak thing? Like,
there's
I do have a gun.
there's
Shoot.
7 other guys with automatic weapons
Like
standing
huge ones.
right next to
Right,
him.
right.
Why is he hiding his? Yeah. Anyway, they all shoot at the gorillas.
All of
Also,
them.
the direction where the woman is, but she's
fine.
Yeah.
She Matrix dodged that shit. Just didn't see it. The only interesting thing that happened in the whole movie.
Yeah. But in this scene, all of them are yelling and shooting.
Yes, they do a lot of that.
Yeah. Everybody that they shoot probably got shot 60 times.
Oh, you know what it also reminds me of? In UHF, when Weird Al is Rambo.
Yeah.
And he just yells and shoots at everything and it all explodes. That's what all of those parts remind me of because they're so like silly
Right.
and over the top and it's just like, who would actually ever do this? I don't know. Well, Weird Al from
Right.
UHF playing Rainbow would do it.
Professional mercenaries, no less, all just stand together
Together.
in one spot out in the open.
Screaming and
And,
firing.
yeah.
And like, how did they not run out of ammunition?
Because they're all wearing bandoliers.
Well, they would have had to have worn like 50 of them
Yeah.
each for the amount of like random shooting that they were doing and
Right.
nothingness. All right, well, they killed the gorillas. There's one left. Oh, he's got the girl.
Classic hostage
Mm-hmm.
scene, but not done very well. You know what happens.
He
He
dies.
shoots the guy. It's fine. They have the girl with them now.
Yes.
More walking through the jungle. This time with plucked violin strings. Right?
I guess they see the robot at this point. I don't feel right calling it a robot. It's
Cyborg.
Not. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so shitty. Bad latex costume that scats. So much.
Yeah.
That's all we heard is it just saying grease deep. If someone else can figure out what the fuck that thing was saying, all we can hear is grease deep.
Search greasy. Azimuth elevation coordinates greasy. Span set. Doppler frequency greasy. Target center greasy.
After
Yeah. I think it's because we set it
no,
and then
you
it's
can't.
just
Yeah, it's in your
there.
head.
It's the only thing that you're gonna hear.
But it's what we hear. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like you can make out a few words, but most of it's gibberish. And the thing of it is like it lasts a long time.
Yeah.
Like every sequence where it's talking or trying to communicate lasts a long time, and it's just like this doesn't need to.
And it's in a ridiculous, like, short circuit robot voice.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Moving target. Tracking search greasy. Azimuth elevation coordinates greasy. Span set. Doppler frequency greasy. Target center greasy. On target greasy. Signal hit. Amplify signal greasy. On target greasy. Signal hit. Full tire greasy.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's dumb. I'm glad it happened. It's funny, but it's
Right.
what a strange decision.
I agree.
Okay. Oh, she's okay. So they are doing another slow walk through the jungle. Robot is again still kind of lumbering behind somewhere.
Yeah.
It didn't take action during the gorilla sequence at all, or gorilla scene.
No.
And then she's talking about where she came from, which, yeah, she's a volunteer from a hospital. They built a hospital in some village that got annihilated.
Right.
She alludes to the fact that it was this robot thing. She didn't really say.
No, she didn't say much of it, but it was like the scene in Predator where the lady speaking in Spanish says the jungle comes alive and takes him.
No sé.
She says the jungle. It just came alive and took him.
Bullshit! It's not what she said.
She doesn't really say anything like that, but it's kind of like their
they're following
scene
the beats.
for that. Yeah.
They're following the beats of Predator. Then there's another jungle walking scene.
No.
Yep. Another one. Okay, so now we're finally getting into something. I don't know, they find that village.
They
Or
do find a
it's-
village. It's
like a stronghold, or it's like
yeah.
I don't know.
a base.
Like base
of some
camp,
sort,
yeah. Base camp is a better way, definitely. This is pretty funny because again, it's like the 10-year-old boys are going. They bum rush this base camp.
Right.
They're all yelling. They all sound like idiots. They're all saying dumb like one-liners.
They're trying to quip and none of it's landing.
Nope.
Yeah.
But we... Sorry.
None of them are good like one-liners.
Like Reb Brown even has that point where he throws a knife into a guy, just like in Predator, except as Arnold says,
Yeah! Stick around.
which is a great Arnold pun. Mm-hmm. Reb just says,
Don't move.
don't go anywhere. Or,
Right.
It's like a really cheap imitation. You know, like when you go to the dollar store as a kid or something and you find like that off-brand like G.I. Joe or Barbie or whatever. It's like that, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's the dollar store version
It's an Italian film. What do you want?
of an
You
Arnold
know?
quip. Don't move or whatever. He doesn't even say it good. Like he wasn't
No, yeah, he doesn't.
even the best grenade throw
The best grenade throw.
in the world.
Yeah.
In the history of cinema.
Super manly.
Very masculine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So good. As you'll see. I guess then everyone is dead.
All the gorillas are dead. Yeah.
Everyone's dead. And then the woman comes running down and oops, there's a hut full of dead orphans or something.
They don't explain
No, they don't, but she
that
like
at all.
she flips out like she knows them.
Yeah.
But there's no explanation behind it.
Is it insinuated that Reb and his band of mercenaries like just shot up like they shot first and asked questions later?
I
And
mean,
it was
that's
a big
what
mistake?
I would have thought, but then
there was no blood anywhere.
well, also
so-
like she's showing no distress
yeah,
about it towards them as far as like she didn't blame them.
yeah.
She
It
didn't
was
say
funny
anything.
though, because like there was a scene right before that where like the smoke was clearing and the fight was over, and the mercenaries were regrouping, but then she just like runs frantically across the frame. She's just like, ah! And,
Yeah, I mean nothing's well thought out in this
Yeah.
film. Like nothing matters in this film at all. Let's see. Oh, Peel is that guy's name. Grenade thrower guy.
right, Peel,
He dies.
right now
Yes.
by the robot.
Yes. And then the robot opens fire at them. And then the little Italian Diddy Booper or whatever.
Diddy Booper.
Dip boots.
Oh, dip boots.
Little dip boots. Chases him. And he's shooting into the woods, I believe. And then Diddy Booper dies.
That he does. Like the robot has an actual pew pew laser.
Yes, he does.
Pew pew pew.
We sound like fucking idiots right now.
It's fine.
Like, we're not even speaking a language, really. We're just saying words at each other, like...
pew pew?
Yeah.
Dip boots.
Hold higher. On target. On target. On target. On target. Receive.
Right. Well, never said we were smart. Oh, wait!
Oh,
Then a jungle walk happens.
no. Oh, man.
And I put jungle walk rock. Slow. And then...
Oh, this is like the rock song one. Right? There's actual lyrics and everything to
and
this
then
one.
the aerobics song happens while they're still walking. Oh, and then I wrote Jungle Fire, good holler. That means that they saw the robot and Reb Brown fired at the jungle.
Yeah.
And he did some good yells.
Oh, yeah, he does
this
the...
is the yo-ho!
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. And then Andy Richter gets mad again. And Reb Brown threatens him. Let's see. Oh, because they find out that the little contraption that Andy Richter guy has can, like, destroy the robot.
Yeah.
Omega 1 is the perfect and ultimate weapon. It was released to reverse the situation.
Tell me you invented that thing?
Yes, together with my team of bionic experts.
Because, like, up until this point, no one really knows. They just know this guy's, like, behind some stuff, but they don't really know exactly what. Apparently, this guy created it. So what is he, like, a mercenary scientist? I don't understand what this dumbass character is.
He came up with it, and since they're sending these guys out to stop the robot, they sent shitty Andy Richter along to recover their property.
Yeah.
Like, preferably undamaged and all that.
But he said he designed it this way and that.
Yeah.
So.
Like I said, he's the Paul Reiser from Aliens of their crew.
So dumpy, though.
Like, he's there to save all the money that they dumped into it.
Oh, yes. But then this is also, like, when he's kind of explaining more about this, this is also when they have the flashback to Reb's army buddy.
Yeah.
Dying in the muck. Face down in the muck.
Face down in the muck.
And so that's his flashback, and that's when he finds out that this robot thing is his...
That's not yet.
No. Oh, okay.
That was one of the plot points they shoehorned in because that flashback was just kind of random.
Yep.
Like, he was just sitting there and he's like, oh, friend from Vietnam. And you're like, why are we having this now, you know?
Yeah, this is horribly written in all ways. Okay, so that hasn't happened yet. Okay, so... Yeah, they do the flashback.
Mm-hmm.
His friend dies in the flashback, and that's the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
So they walk a little bit more.
River crossing?
And then the river cross, yeah.
And Uncle Papa Doctor.
Doc Pop. Gets snatched up in the river.
Yeah.
Dragged. Has the crazy eyes.
He does. He runs through the jungle with some imitation CCR.
And then Quang gets mad and throws that weird, like, electro crap that Andy Richter has into the river.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, that's our only way of stopping it. Which I don't know.
Which there is another way,
so who cares? All right, so the Papa Doctor Brock Pop.
Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks ends up. That's his name now.
Okay.
He's not alive for much longer anyway.
Yeah.
Pop Rocks ends up. Oh, damn it, I wish we would have been calling him that the whole time. Because he's tubby and he likes candy, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Pop Rocks. He ends up on shore, I guess. He was done being dragged through the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts scrambling away with the crazy eyes.
And they all catch up to each other.
Yeah, they all find each other.
Like, oh, there you are. He's like, yeah, here I am.
And that Corey one
Yeah.
was like, hey, what's that on your
What's
foot?
that on your foot? And it's just like this.
This shitty tentacle.
Yeah, like a claw
robot.
machine claw
Yeah.
is like.
Going for him.
Yeah.
Papa Doc, you made it.
Yeah, it was right there behind me. But it's not there anymore. At least I hope not. Scary as all hell.
Hey, what's that on your foot?
But before it was even on his foot,
Yeah.
Corey asked what was
Yeah.
on his foot,
Snatches
snatches
his
him,
foot,
drags him
drags
off.
him bodily through the jungle.
Yes.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah. He dies out of scene, right? I mean, they don't even show it.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. So he dies.
Yeah.
That's it. And then everyone makes a shitty fort
Yeah, now
because they're
everybody makes
scared.
the dumb fort.
And they're just like shoveling dirt into holes that's just flowing through the fort.
Right. And,
Sorry, I just spit at you.
They're getting angry at shitty Andy Richter, as they have been throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, they just keep getting more and more angry, and they're like, "What's going on? Tell us what's going on."
Yeah, it's like they just take turns drawing weapons on him.
Yeah,
being
and
like,
threatening
"Listen,
him.
you."
Yeah, threatening him.
Yeah.
And wanting to beat him up.
Nothing's really accomplished. We learn that he can't use the detonator thing unless he's within a certain range and the signal hits the robot squarely between the eyes for whatever
the dumbest thing.
reason. Like, why would you build your fail-safe like that for your killbot, you know?
But also, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all, but still, like, why have an unnecessarily complicated
Yeah, like
kill
you have to
switch,
get
you know?
you have to get incredibly close to it to like.
As we find out, because shitty Andy Richter is like, I'm making the sacrifice play here. I'm
Yeah.
going out there. And he
gives Reb Brown a tape recorder, by the way.
Yeah.
He just sneaks it to him. He's like, listen to this.
Listen to this.
All will be revealed.
Yeah. He goes out to confront
Lazy.
the robot.
That's lazy writing.
It is. This whole movie is lazy writing.
Lazy fucking Italians.
And apparently within range for his detonator is mere inches away.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you have to touch the thing's forehead with
Yeah,
it.
because the robot is close enough to reach out and take it from him and superheat his wrist somehow.
Yeah.
And then
he drops the
it explodes him though. It's the
It does.
best explosion.
It's a decent
ever.
explosion. It's full
his
of just,
severed legs go flying at the camera.
Full of white foam.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's just a bunch of garbage they blew up.
It really is.
They stuffed some pants with some white foam.
You could probably see newspapers or something.
Yeah.
Billowing out.
Like some crappy foam rubber. Probably super cheap. So this is Andy Richter gets blown up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put kill other Italian and it blows up fort. So it blows up Corey.
Right.
And it blows up the fort.
Yeah.
But the lady and Reb get away, of course.
And Quang.
Oh, Quang stays behind because he's doing his Billy moment.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not gonna say it's shot for shot, but it's the same scene as
It is.
Billy's
Only
final
way more
stand.
underwhelming.
Yeah.
And you care way less. And then the guy stands there and I think he's like holding his little machete and he doesn't do anything.
Like a sword for some reason.
He doesn't do anything and he just dies.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Like
Yeah,
there's
you don't
no
get the
cool
spinal column
No.
rip. Yeah.
Nothing like that. So now they're trying to run to their boat. You know, their hella boat.
Yeah, get to the boat.
Yes. But then the woman decides they should go. She's like, oh, but here's where that village was that got annihilated. So the hospital's still there. Let's go to the hospital. So they're like, okay, let's go to the hospital. When they went. And then I guess now they're trying to make some like concoctions to blow up this robot.
Right.
She has a degree in chemistry, I guess. I mean, you don't learn anything about these characters. There are no touching moments.
Yeah.
There is nothing to make you care about them. You don't give a shit about them.
Right. Reb Brown listens to the tape recorder, and we find out what we already knew anyway.
Right, which is this is his long lost friend.
Yeah.
He's now this killing cyborg machine, just made out of latex and old football gear with a chicken foot on its head.
Right. Yeah, so we learned that the lady has a jar of citric acid.
Not citric.
It says citric acid.
No, it doesn't. Citric acid is the thing you eat.
I know what citric acid is, but it says that on it.
No.
No? What does it say?
I don't know. It's some other kind of acid that I assume is bad and burns your skin, but it's definitely not citric acid.
Obviously, a robot shows up. A little more fighting. So the robot lifts its visor.
I am pretty sure that they just glued thread to that guy's face.
It's
black thread, and then someone was just like, meh, with some like black eyeshadow.
It's like the way that a middle schooler draws stitches.
Yeah.
Like if you're drawing Frankenstein for Halloween or whatever, you just do like a line with.
Yeah. But that's the makeup that the makeup's bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I don't get it because there are some things in this movie that actually look
fantastic.
Decent. Like,
and I'm pretty sure there was an actual severed hand in this movie.
It moved a little too naturally.
Yeah.
Like it should have bounced, but it didn't.
It was
kind of
really
like,
disturbing. So, where did you get that?
Yeah. It's Italian. Hey, we don't care.
I don't think he's on camera doing that, at least. No, I saw him in my frame just now. Just a head going by.
Seymour, stop!
Lay down, Seymour.
Fuck, that's so distracting.
Okay. So, they fight the robot. They get out of the hospital. Reb Brown somehow has the robot's pew-pew gun.
I think he got it in the struggle.
Yeah.
And then she threw acid on his head. And so he grabbed the gun, they ran off. Then they explode.
They explode the hospital.
They explode the hospital. Like, big explosion. And then they run away.
Yeah.
And they're going to the beach.
It's pitch black.
Yeah.
And then it's broad daylight on the beach.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Yes. This movie doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. The lady makes it to the boat, but Reb gets like forearmed in the neck.
Forearm? Like chopped?
I don't know, just some forearm appears out of nowhere.
Okay.
And clotheslines him.
So she's swimming to the boat and he's going off with the robot that survived the explosion. They end up... Oh, man.
They end up on a waterfall, on the top of a waterfall.
Awkwardly.
Yeah.
Everyone's slipping and sliding all over the place.
Yeah.
Not having a good time with that.
The robot has trapped him at the edge of a waterfall.
Yes.
But decides that he doesn't want to live anymore.
Yeah. So it's a real kill me moment.
Yeah, he gives Reb Brown the detonator, lifts his visor, there's totally different makeup.
Completely
on him
100%
now.
different.
Yeah.
No more dumb stitches, but now it's just some like smudge.
Yeah. And he can talk almost like a normal person all of a sudden.
Right.
Come on, destroy me. Destroy me.
And the robot blows up.
Yep.
It's another good full body explosion. I mean, you know, the head falls off and all that kind of stuff. And then that's like a hard cut to the end.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
Where you then see that Reb Brown's character's name is Marv.
Marfy.
Marfy. Marfy Brown.
Marfy Black.
I know, but
Yeah.
Reb Brown.
Right. Oh, that's true. Marfy Brown. Woohoo.
Making some good references with very few people.
Current, yeah.
Real current. I'm up to date with the pop cultures.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But yeah, I absolutely would recommend this movie because there are so many moments in it that are just fucking hilarious.
They are. We had
And
some pretty
we could
strong...
condense it down into clips for everybody and they would get some idea, but I think it's worth watching the whole movie.
I mean, we're going to condense it down into clips.
Well, yeah.
While we're doing this.
But I don't think it's as funny doing that as it would be for...
You gotta work.
Just,
You
like-
gotta work for it in
Yeah.
this movie. Like you gotta go through the monotony of the slow jungle walks, the awkward, inappropriate jungle walking music.
So if you're just like hanging with your friends and you got a bunch of beers or whatever it is that you're into, this is a good movie for that kind of night.
It's an
for
enjoyable
a bad movie night.
bad movie night for sure. Would recommend. There's no rating system, but
Heartily, I would.
just watch it if you like dumb garbage like we do.
Oh no! An evil robot monster!
Moving target, dragon search,
What's that?
azimuth
What are you trying to say?
receive, span set, Doppler frequency, receive, target center, receive, on target, receive.